Well, how to do, y'all? This old pipe pappy from Tulsa, Oklahoma, checking in with y'all. Going to do a VR this morning. Karl Hoerz, his 160 sub contest. I'm smoking my Peterson 309 system pipe with some Frog Morton in it. It's a great pipe, but I'm going to tell you. Here we go. It's designed where you actually have at the end of the bit, you do not inhale or grab smoke from the end of that bit. You get your smoke from right on top there. See the little hole? Let me see something here. Right there. See that little hole right there. And the whole idea of it, it comes up, hits the top of your palate, and you get a lot of flavor from the pipe. But this thing is a absolute bear to clean. I mean, you can't get. It's real. I mean, you'll be drawing on it, and it'll just clog straight up. I've lost a few half bowls of tobacco like that. But anyway, it can be difficult sometimes. It's a good pipe. The flavor you pick up is great, but it's a little bit on the high maintenance side. But I still love it. I just hate when it's time to clean it. I really do. Um, Smoking a little Frog Morton. Thought I'd have a little La Taquilla this morning. Still like Cellar better. It is good, but of course that's just my opinion. Everybody got one. So anyway, Karl, I got to thinking about this. I thought about this contest fixing to end. I thought about it. I've thought about this for weeks. What would you do? Where would you go? To feel like a kid again. I got to thinking about it real hard. And I have been, throughout the course of my life, blessed with a phenomenal long term memory. Uh, my short term's not worth a ding dang, but long term's great. I can remember things from when I was a tiny kid, I mean, just like they were yesterday, in color, technicolor. It's weird, but ask me what I had for lunch yesterday, and I'll sit here like a stuttering fool, won't be able to come up with anything. Not again. Dadgummit. Yeah, that's one's difficult. So I got thinking about it, and I think that I would go back to one of my favorite childhood memories. I've told a lot of folks in some other videos I was a NASA brat. Uh, was actually born down in Florida, there at Cocoa Beach, the hospital, little town right across the street from Cocoa Beach was a town called Rockledge. But we lived right on the beach. Um, when Daddy, well, we lived a couple of different places down there. When Daddy worked with the Cape, and I'd go back to a particular day that I remember like yesterday. My mom would grab my hands and we'd walk out the back door and we'd get right there on the beach. There's the water right there. I'd have a little pail and a scoop, and I'd be scooping up them little mussels, seashells, and things and whatnot. And that was a day of a launch, living down there. I mean, every relative that ever came down there, we had to tour the Cape. I've been to the Cape a million times, literally. I mean, it's unbelievable. But on this particular day, there was a launch, and I still remember this. It was just absolutely magical. Mom grabbed my hand. We walked outside. We were on the beach. And she said, "Now look over there. Watch over there." And that was to the north, where I'm pointing. It's to the north. We were standing on the ocean. And all of a sudden, you hear this noise. It's hard to explain. I can't do an impersonation of it, but you hear this roar. And the ground starts shaking, just shaking. You can, under your feet, you can feel it. Just all kind of noise and the ground shaking. And you're looking there to the north, and it's just a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky, sunny, beautiful Florida blue sky. And you look there, and up comes this rocket. And I was always fascinated as a kid. You know, I used to read all them space and sci-fi comic books. And I it's almost speechless to watch the majesty of this rocket lifting off, taking people into space. I just couldn't think that at the time that there was anything cooler in the world than watching people get lifted off into space. So if I could go back in time, I'd go back to that day and I'd be that little boy standing on the beach holding his mama's hand and looking up to the north, feeling the ground shake below his feet. Just hear the roar of those Saturn engines and watching that rocket take off into space. I mean, it's just any of you that have ever been down and watched a launch, and I've seen many launches, and you know, later on, years later, when we moved to Houston, went down for a couple. Had a lot of friends as folks were on the space shuttles. Yeah, that's a story for another time. But anyway, that would be it for me, Karl. I'd go back to being that little boy down there in Florida watching that rocket launch. So anyway, congratulations, Karl, on your 160 subs, or however many you have now. And you know, if you're not subbed to him, go ahead and sub to him, y'all. He's a great guy. Tells some good stories. He's a lot of fun to watch. And I guess that's about all I've got to say this morning. So, from old Pappy in Tulsa, God bless y'all. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.